All that is wrong with badminton in South Korea in 5 minutes. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism has unveiled troubling findings in their investigation into the Badminton Korea Association, BKA, following allegations from Olympic gold medalist An Si-young. The progress report, released this Tuesday, reveals significant issues, including potential embezzlement by BKA President Kim Tak-gyu. And Si-young, who won the women's singles title at the 2024 Paris Olympics, made headlines in August when she said that she may not continue to represent Korea. Her statement was initially linked to concerns about her knee injury and criticism of the BKA's restrictive policies. Among these policies, criticized restrictions on non-national team players from competing in international events and mandatory use of equipment provided by the association's sponsors, which limits personal sponsorships. In response, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism formed an investigative team led by Lee Jung-woo, the Director General of the ministry's Sports Bureau. The team has been examining the BKA's operations and policies, and Si-young's comments highlighted outdated practices within the sports world. The investigation uncovered several concerns. A key issue involves alleged embezzlement by BKA President Kim Tak-gyu. Reports suggest that in 2023, Kim arranged a covert deal worth 150 million won, approximately $111,618, with a sponsor for additional goods which were then distributed to regional associations under his influence. A similar arrangement occurred in 2024, involving 140 million won. According to an interim inspection report released by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism on Tuesday, the BKA has been exploiting its rules for personal gain. The report details how the association's leadership bypassed internal codes to award themselves bonus pay for attracting sponsors. The investigation uncovered that the BKA purchased game supplies through government-funded projects using no-bid contracts. Additionally, the association received rackets and shuttlecocks worth 150 million won, with a third of these items preferentially sent to the BKA president's hometown. The ministry alleges this constitutes embezzlement and a breach of trust, labeling the no-bid contracts with sponsors as a violation of the Subsidy Management Act. The report also highlights that the BKA engaged with an accounting firm run by an association auditor and granted a 68 million won bonus to the vice president and executive director, perks prohibited by the association's own articles. While association leaders have exploited the organization for personal benefit, athletes have suffered. The BKA's imposed use of sponsor-designated rackets and shoes, coupled with improper distribution of sponsorship bonuses, has left many players frustrated and undercompensated. The ministry's report reveals that the BKA arbitrarily removed a clause meant to allocate sponsorship funds to the national squad and altered rules to make international competition bonuses pass through the association, leading to inadequate payments to athletes. The ministry and the Korean Sport and Olympic Committee are also under fire for failing to detect these irregularities earlier. With the BKA receiving over 7.1 billion won in government funds annually, the need for thorough oversight is more critical than ever. The call for a comprehensive review of sports organizations under the KSOC is growing louder. The ministry is currently reviewing these transactions and has requested detailed documentation from the BKA. The findings point to potential violations of subsidy management laws and breach of trust, prompting the ministry to file a complaint with law enforcement. The probe also revealed that the BKA procured supplies worth 2.6 billion won through private contracts with sponsors, which is against the Subsidy Management Act. Additionally, the investigation examined the BKA's policy requiring athletes to use sponsor-provided equipment, including essential items like rackets and shoes. Many athletes prefer to use their own equipment, a practice allowed by badminton associations in other countries. The investigation also questioned the fairness of the national team selection process. While singles players are selected based purely on performance, doubles players are evaluated 70% on performance and 30% on subjective assessments by a selection committee. National team selections should rely on objective criteria, as seen in most international sports. Subjective evaluations can introduce biases. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism has committed to using this investigation as an opportunity to address these issues and ensure the BKA operates in the best interest of its athletes and coaches. Stay tuned as this investigation unfolds and further updates are released.